Last week, before we were working parrying strikes and working on the inside here. Now what we're going to look at are the first part of destructions, right? And when we say destructions, what we're doing is we're trying to break limbs before we attack, right? So, you know, like instead of just working, just say to the head, to the head, to the body, these limbs here, they're very susceptible to being hit. Just like when we're using our weapons, we go hand hunting. You hit the hand, they can't hold the stick. Similarly, when he's throwing a jab, we're going to be working our destructions using our elbows. Now, when we're throwing these elbow shots here or these strikes, we're not chasing the punch because it's almost impossible to catch a jab and chase it with an elbow. It's very, very difficult. So what we're working with is we're working on standing in a staggered position and letting the hit come to us, right? So let me explain it. So when we're working this, right? So our hands are to be high just like they should in any kind of boxing. So when my partner's throwing the jab, right? When he's throwing the jab here, we know that the target we're looking at is just the head, right? If I'm chasing the elbow at any other point, then it's not as much of a danger what we're looking at as the head. So when we're throwing the first jab destruction, right? So first he's gonna throw, we're gonna work jabs. So we're gonna go one, one, one. So our hands are gonna be high, and then we're gonna work this. One, 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 right? So when we're doing this elbow strike, all we're doing is from our defensive position here, we can either comb our head or lift it up higher, but what we want to make sure is that the point of the elbow is where the face is, meaning this, right? You can use this as a guide. Now, if he's going here, then there's no need for me to do this because it's not in my head. You got to make sure that he's hitting the head every time, right? So that becomes our small area of defense. Now, when we're doing this elbow, right, this to this, it doesn't bend, right? So you got to make sure that when the hit comes, this to hit, this is what's meeting. If I go like this, you can go under. If I go low like this, it's just a normal block. What I want to do is make sure this and this are facing where the hit is coming. So what we're going to work on is right side, left side. So what's an acronym to be jab, jab, cross. Jab, jab, cross. You don't have to elbow on every single one. But what I want you to do is you could go one, one, two. Good. Again. One, one, two. And then you can throw in your destructions at any time. One, one, two. Okay, again. One, one, two. One, one, two. Okay, so take it nice and light. For the guys who don't have the boxing gloves, you could go like this. Just don't close your fist too hard. And even with the gloves, watch your power on them because these go through the gloves quite easy. So just do it till you feel it. Right? So we're going to go back and forth, maybe 2 cents at a time. Right? By the partner, we're going to go back and forth. Okay? Go ahead.